Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon, and I am here once again with an episode of Ahsoka. This is episode number 5, and this is definitely going to be a big episode. I think we all know it. The reveal at the end of last week's episode with Revenge of the Sith era Anakin, whether it's actually him in Force Ghost fashion, or whether this is some kind of a realm of the spirit world of the Force, whether it's just in Ahsoka's head. That's a possibility. As long as it's not something to do with like a multiverse, I would be very happy. Because again, alternate timelines are things I used to enjoy, but Marvel and everyone else that's come along and done multiverses to death have really ruined that for me. So as long as it's not that, I'll be happy with anything else that it is. You know, a few people trying to point out about the Vader theme at the very end of the episode. Perhaps the lightsaber that he has might not necessarily be his. Looking back, it does look as though it is Anakin's saber. And everything that seems to point to it being Anakin certainly seems to be there. But yes, they did leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger with the Vader theme. And let's face it, this episode, we're going to have the first proper interactions between live-action Anakin and Ahsoka. And that's just crazy to think about. Even just hearing the few, voice clips of Anakin last week saying snips was crazy. Like, mad. Who thought we would live to see this? A little creation that Dave Filoni and George Lucas came up with back in 2008 has evolved so much in these last sort of 15 years. And here we are now in the middle of a live-action Ahsoka series, which could also, in the same episode, see live-action Thrawn for the first time. Obviously, I feel like the majority of the episode is going to focus on Ahsoka and Anakin. We might get to see what's going on in this other galaxy. I don't know. The majority of the trailer footage that we got has been done. The only bits we haven't seen are the 2 shots of Thrawn on the bridge of the Eye of Sion. That's it. So we're going into this essentially blind now, with almost nothing to go off. So I'm very, very excited. For those of you who aren't aware, I also started reacting to One Piece. I watched the first episode over the weekend, put that reaction up with a slightly different editing style. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I aim to try and put one of those out a week, probably on the weekend. So if you are interested in live action One Piece, go and check out my reaction on the channel, and then hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm bringing out other reactions to that show. Really enjoyed that first episode as well. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Ahsoka. We're going to jump in, we're going to watch the episode, and we're just going to see what happens and enjoy it. No one will follow them. Although someone pointed out, would the tracker that Chopper put on the hyperdrive still be active? Jason, it's not safe.
Can I come out now?
We don't know this planet, so keep Chopper with you.
Chopper will run at the first sign of danger. But he does look so damn good. Or is it Hu Yang? It might be Hu Yang. He might have come out looking for her.
But they never listen.
He's so sad.
They never listen.
That's so sad. That he's so sad.
The same.
You look old.
Wow.
Well, that happens.
You lost.
It's the first time she's speaking to him since he went
Skull.
turned to Vader, you know?
So you do remember. To live.
Uh-oh.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm here to finish your training.
Oh dear.
It's a little late for that.
Too old to learn snips.
He said snips again, but we saw it.
What's the lesson, Master?
Live
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
or die.
Uh-oh. Okay. Is
I
she
won't fight
gonna
you.
have to fight Anakin? Again? He has heard that before from Obi-Wan. So that means this is post-Vader Anakin. Is Jason going to connect with her through the Force? He is, isn't he?
Anything?
That kid is going to be Force sensitive.
Map is broken beyond repair.
People are gonna start asking questions.
Aren't they going to ask questions about the people who died
Yeah,
anyway?
Jason. Well, you might benefit from people asking a few more questions.
Not if we don't have any answers.
But
General,
She's getting pulled from every direction. Carson, just go back to your X-Wing.
No. The lightsabers.
The kid can hear the lightsabers. Okay, so this isn't a dream.
Jason has abilities. His father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi.
Kanan's got a mention.
okay. We better get on it then. Lander, get everyone moving. We're going back up again.
My word, who... Oh! Oh, that's going to have pissed him off. Oh, shit. Okay, he's playing dirty. That's a clone. That's a young Ahsoka. Oh. That's Anakin. That's his Clone Wars armor. Okay. I'm in for the flashbacks. Holy shit, he looks so good.
This is the Clone Wars.
Yeah, no kidding.
Master! Wait!
Her green saber. Oh, her old green saber.
This is your training.
That's Tem, isn't it? That's Tem Morrison as well. Oh man, we are about to go on an emotional journey, aren't we? Through history. Is this Ryloth? Is that Rex? That's Rex. This is Ryloth.
Come on, Snips.
Holy shit. This is crazy. Clone Wars era Anakin
Is there a problem?
in his armor. Rex, live action in his armor.
Lost so many. That doesn't bother you?
Of course it does.
Anakin just looks so good. Like the de-aging, the hair, the armor.
I have to teach you to be a soldier.
And so begins the downfall of the Jedi.
Is that all I'll have to teach my own Padawan one day?
You know, teaching's not all it's cracked up to be.
I haven't even mentioned Ahsoka's
makes you say
outfit.
that?
Like that's her OG outfit. That looks
joking.
so good.
Yeah, I'm joking.
How can you joke at a time like this?
I'm sad that we didn't get to see more of Rex there, but we're getting so much more than I ever imagined. Oh, that shot. That is how you do visual storytelling, folks.
I was surprised they changed their mind and approved your mission.
Oh, they never changed their mind.
Come on, Hu Yang, 25,000 years of wisdom and you can't
All
see
the good it did.
what Hera's
I
done?
see. So it was her master.
Yeah? What was he like?
Oh my god, Hera talking about Anakin.
Intense.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. This is gotta be Mandalore. This is the Siege of Mandalore. That's they're Moldalorians. I was gonna say the Blue Blades.
We'll secure the
Rex,
Come on, let's
Rex, and it's Tem. They've got the Ahsoka 501st helmet on. This is the last time these two were
I
together.
know this battle.
This was the Siege of Mandalore.
Like, before the
They're
siege
hard to
started.
lose by now,
Yeah.
but more powerful and dangerous than anyone realized.
She's spitting some truth.
Is that what this is about? gave you a choice.
Uh-oh.
Live
Oh, he's got the Vader blade. It's gonna be Vader.
or die.
It's the Skywalker lightsaber, but with a red blade. Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. Anakin, why are you so angry? Oh. Oh, she hesitates. God, she's having to see his transformed self. He's gonna be gone. Ah, they're always doing that.
Anakin.
Oh wow, that's the first time I think anyone's ever seen her without her headpiece on. I don't know why, it just feels strange not to have the headpiece.
I owe you my thanks.
I heard you fighting.
We did.
See, she's
Yeah,
recognizing the
Who are
potential.
you fighting with?
No.
You know how to build a lightsaber?
Yes?
Does he know how to build a lightsaber? Come on.
The fleet. They're on their way.
A
Oh,
little late.
yeah. Now they send the fleet. Why would they send the entire fleet after one squadron? Like, I can understand them sending another squadron to find out what's going on, but the entire fleet? That's a bit overkill, don't you think?
Of evidence of Imperial Remnant activity or of Grand Admiral Thrawn's return?
The big-ass hyperspace gate that they
There's nothing
took?
more I can do. You and Ahsoka.
You got at least 3 witnesses to the big hyperspace ring.
I know how to follow Sabine. Without the map, we don't have the proper...
Also, technically, does this white robe count as it being Ahsoka the White? God, I love the bright... It's almost like a divine surrounding, isn't it? In the clouds, everything bathed in sunlight. Oh, that's the big mama.
Up ahead.
She's gonna do what Ezra did. She's gonna connect with it. Like, physically.
It's just like the stories you told me. How the whales took Ezra and the bad guys far, far away.
He's like us. He watched Rebels. Oh, that's a lot of teeth. That is a lot of teeth.
Best come back inside.
Yeah, you're not going to be yeah, it's probably best not to be in the mouth when they jump. Now, just don't swallow, mate.
Know where Sabine was taken.
I'd move your fleet out of there if I were you.
See? Whales.
Evasive maneuvers. Get clear of their path.
God, the music here is great. So majestic. I'm sure this is the same music when Ezra was, like, the finale. When they were going to hyperspace out with Thrawn.
Jason's too young to travel between galaxies. Kara, I'll find them. I promise. May the Force be with you.
Ah, feels like the end of Empire Strikes Back. Now, come on, give us a snippet of Thrawn. Ah, goddamn Filoni. I'm gonna have to wait another week for a Thrawn appearance, but I'm honestly happy to wait. That was a journey. That was a hell of a journey. I didn't see why, you know, Filoni wanted to be the one directing that episode, because it's everything that he's created, unmolded, everything that he has touched in the last decade and a half, as, you know, kind of that de facto head of the animation team, the de facto head of Clone Wars and Rebels, everything there just culminated in that one episode. And I can only imagine what it must have felt like. Seeing all of these things that you had a hand in helping create and you know, expanding all of the lore, all of the experiences, all of the characters that, you know, George set up, and then bringing them to life in live action. That must be a hell of a thing to experience. And we got so much more than I think anyone could have imagined. And, you know, again, I think at the end of last week, everyone was wanting to see Anakin. And we got plenty of him. We really did. We saw the Clone Wars. We saw Clone Wars era Anakin. Like early Clone Wars era Anakin in his armor. And if I'm right in thinking, it was the Battle of Ryloth. Because there were Twi'lek. And it was early in the war, because it was still the Phase 1, or was it Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor? Either way, the first iteration of the armor. And obviously a very young Ahsoka, still in her original kind of maroon outfit. And they did a great job. Obviously, they wanted Theatre of the Mind to play an effect, so they had everything kind of fogged in a cloud of war kind of situation where you can only really see through the fog to outline silhouettes of you know, the walkers and the blaster bolts. But it was all that was needed, really. You know, it was kind of like, again, something that if you hadn't for some reason seen Clone Wars, it gives you that extra kind of layer of depth for Ahsoka and Anakin's relationship. And if you have seen Clone Wars, it brings it to life for you. And my God, you know, I know that the lesson there was all about the hesitancy of war and trying to, you know, kind of wake Ahsoka up to what Anakin went through, I guess, in that era. And the fact that he did train her as a soldier, first and foremost. She was a soldier in a war, at an age when most Padawans would have been learning basic lightsaber forms. And then I think, you know, she tried the same with Sabine. She tried to train Sabine as a warrior. And, you know, I just don't know if that's the right path that she should have taken. But again, it was all about her will to live, her will to push on and keep going. And then seeing the Siege of Mandalore, you know, Mandalorians with their spiked horned helmets. The Ahsoka version of the 501st, Captain Rex. Like, I know that we didn't get to see Tamora Morrison. We heard his voice. But still, just seeing those things in live action was crazy. Some of the sort of the flashes of Vader that we got was so well done. You know, the de-aging on Hayden was brilliant. You know, you can tell obviously in his voice he's more mature now. You know, he sounded like a Jedi Master, really. You know, teaching a Padawan. He doesn't have that kind of youthfulness in his voice anymore because he's been through experiences. And this is, without a doubt, post-Vader Anakin, because there was a line in there where she said, "I won't fight you," and he said, "I've heard that before." And he's only heard that from Obi-Wan when they were fighting on Mustafar. So this, whatever this was, whether it was a dream, a Force vision, Anakin being a Force ghost, in you know, in some way it was Anakin after his redemption, which is always nice. And, you know, again, some very interesting visuals. The second half of the episode, then, obviously, you know, I love the kind of, like, the way they slowed it down right towards the end, just to kind of make everything feel important, you know, and the idea that firstly, Jason has a big part to play in the future, I think. You know, they're clearly leaning into that whole, he's got his dad's gifts. And I think Ahsoka will ultimately take him on as an apprentice rather than Sabine, maybe. You know, it might be that she says ultimately, look, I was wrong to try and force you into this. You know, I think you need to choose your own path. And then, you know, she might choose Jason as a new apprentice once it's all said and done. The Purrgil just look glorious. Like, in fully lit, revealed form, they look great. And, you know, I was just kind of mind blown the whole time. You know, I try and keep my expectations low. I try and be realistic and try not over hype things. Because, you know, we learned in the past that can cause trouble. It can lead you down roads you don't want to go down. But this episode definitely lived up to the hype. And, you know, for everyone, I think. There was something in this for everyone. And I just enjoyed the hell out of the experience, you know. Yeah, it was a rather slow episode in terms of its pacing after, you know, the Anakin stuff, but that's kind of what it needed. It needed time for us to kind of bring all of those reflections to light. And, you know, seeing Ahsoka now in that white robe, you know, I think does signify a change. It does kind of signify a bit of maturity. You know, the fact that she feels confident again. You know, the way she was like, I don't know where these Purrgil are going, but hey, we weren't going anywhere before, so let's just chill. And let's just go with it. You know, I think that indicates a big return to her confidence, which I think she might have been suffering with beforehand. But, man, what an episode. What an episode. The one thing I found, obviously, with these later start times is that by the end of the episode, my mind is so clouded after having seen what I've seen, and obviously with the lateness of the hour, I can't quite form my thoughts as well as I used to. But I very much enjoyed this. I thought it was great. And there's definitely a lot to pick from it. I think I need to go back through and watch it again to get everything. But man, what an episode. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one.